Stellar Middle School. They will eventually go to Patriot High School, not for a couple of years, but they'll actually be there when it is projected to be at 133.7% of capacity. So 2,749 kids at a school built for 2,000. And that's after the relief of the 100 students. I have to say, and I mean no disrespect to anybody here, as I was looking at this plan, it became overwhelmingly evident to me that this school was built in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Forget the pool, the black box theater, the orchestra lift, all of the other stuff, the graves, the dump, the methane gas, the bird poop. Other than those issues, it really shouldn't have been built here. And I realize there's nothing we can do about that now, that the ground has been broken, the school is going to be built. We've dug our graves, for lack of a way to put it, and now we've got to, bury ourselves in them. Several years ago, someone had proposed something to me about the 12th high school, when I kept saying they will never build it, they're going to flip the 12th and the 13th, and I kept ignoring them because I thought they were crazy cuckoo loco. And now I feel very badly for thinking that they were crazy cuckoo loco, because now I think that they were like rocket scientists, brilliant. This was a crazy cuckoo loco idea, and it may still be a crazy cuckoo loco idea, but it harkens back to something, I can't remember who said it, about students needing stability. And this is Patriot all over again, only in a rushed time frame. And it's just a few years after Patriot. And this crazy cuckoo loco idea that now I think may actually be brilliant was pick a spot for the 13th high school. Draw a boundary for it. That's it. We bus those kids from the 13th to the 12th until such a time as the 13th open. Yes, it stinks. If your kid's going to the 12th, going to the 12th high school, when it's sort of the 13th high school, you're going to have a longer bus ride. But that will give us a 6-year plan instead of a 3-year plan. Instead of saying, well, we're going to do this now, but in 3 more years, everything's going to change. So like if you're a 5th grader, you're going to go to the 12th. But if you're a 3rd grader, you're going to go someplace totally different. And so, and with the budget the way that it is and concerns about the debt ceiling, and the fact that we have no land, I'm not real sure that 13th high school is going to happen in 2019. So that's a crazy cuckoo loco idea that someone proposed. The only way that will happen is if every one of us in this room and down at Milton says, let's think about it. I don't know if it's something that's worth thinking about. And the only way that we can think about something that crazy is something that Mr. Klein might be able to answer. It feels like this process is being rushed. First, we had the plan that came out that was supposedly a draft, but sounded like all of our comments had already been incorporated. And while that may not have been intentional, it created the perception that you guys really don't care what we have to say. The boundaries for the school will not affect construction. Can we give it more time so that we can consider crazy cuckoo local ideas? So that we can consider alternatives. Instead of having the presentation in 1 week of the draft, can we push that back? You've got 2 meetings in May, you've got 2 meetings in June. Can we push it back a few weeks? Can we have the presentation the first meeting in June with approval the last meeting in June? Can we do something really, really radical and have meetings throughout the summer so that we can work collaboratively as a community and maybe come up with a plan that we can all buy into that will be longer term than 3 years? And do it in September. Is that something that we can consider without compromising the construction schedule and without violating policies? I'm looking at you, Dave, because I'm guessing you're the one who would know that.
I think that's a big question that we're very happy to receive that question, but I don't think we can give you a proper answer tonight. So I think we're very happy to hear that idea. That's a big idea.
It's a big idea.
Both are big. I won't say that idea hasn't been around a little bit. So We do realize there's overcrowding, significant overcrowding at Patriot.
At Patriot, Battlefield, Stonewall, and Brentsville next year.
Right.
You've got the whole west end is red, and the whole east end, based on me looking at these numbers, at least a large chunk of it, it's gonna be below 100 through 2019.
But that's assuming that those boundaries are put in place that we presented tonight.
Assuming those boundaries are put in place, but, I
So
mean,
if we
you've
do
got the
something-
12 high school at 91% of capacity, when Patriot is at 35%, 135% of capacity in the same year, and you've got Battlefield at 124, and you've got Stonewall at 123, and you've got Brentsville at 107. How is that equitable?
I'm exploring this idea with you. Do you think there's a willingness in the community to undertake?
I don't know.
Okay, and that's, I don't know either. So
And that's why I threw it out here, because it's something that we'd have to noodle on a little bit. And it's something that we would have to say, okay, here's this plan, here's plan option A, here's option B, here's option C, and oh, by the way, here's Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs idea, that really takes all of this and turns it on its head. And then we can evaluate all of the ideas and figure out which one is the best for us as an entire community, not just West End versus East End, but the county as a whole. Now, as for the delay, Mr. Klein, do you know, is that something that we could do? Could we take the time to do that?
I think, I'll just jump in and just say that I think we have a schedule to bring it to the school board on May 7th, and then for them to consider for action on May 21st. I think they're very intelligent folks who will be able to discern whether or not they need additional time to receive input.
Two of them are in the back of the room. Dr. Otagby of the Coles District and Alison Satterwhite of Gainesville District, who snuck in on her arm after the meeting started.
Again, they're very intelligent people, so they'll want to receive all this input and consider it, and unless perhaps they want to talk.
Would
But
either of
I
you be
think-
open to a delay? Off the top of your heads, do you think that that's something?
I'm going to have to interrupt, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
If you have input for us tonight, we'd be happy to have it.
Okay.
Obviously, we're going to listen to everything you have to say. Obviously, the board members are here and they're listening to it. And certainly at various times, you're having a discussion both with staff and with board members. So yes, we are listening, we are getting that information, and we will take it into consideration.
Thank you. I apologize. I didn't mean to violate your form. Thank you.